had a daughter who said, I want to play football, what would you tell her?
لا يمكن لا يمكن بسمح لك تلعب كرة القدم. أما كل واحد على عموته وطرقته.
When you think of the Middle East, you don't necessarily think of competitive women's sports. But in Palestine, women's football is gaining popularity and helping to shape the role of women in society. In this episode of Rise as One, our friends at Budweiser sent us to the West Bank to investigate. We just got to Palestine, and right now we're on our way to Ramallah to meet the Palestinian women's national football team. Society here in Palestine is so conservative that just 10 years ago, it was very difficult for these girls to even get 11 people on the team to agree to participate. Women's football has come a long way in Palestine in the 10 years since it began. Thousands of supporters came to see the women play their first international home game against Jordan in 2009, and the team received their FIFA ranking that same year. Today, along with the national team, there are also 12 women's club teams in the country. Hey,
Hi.
Are you Marianne?
Yes.
Gianna, nice to meet you. So, Marianne, what is your role on the football team?
I'm the captain of national team, and I play sometimes midfield and sometimes defense.
Hello. Marianne, who is Christian, introduced us to Naveen and Surab, two other long-standing members of the women's national team who are both Muslim. These girls, who are all in the same club team, would be playing a match against a men's team in Bethlehem the following evening. In terms of women's rights, how far have you come?
كيف بلعب فوتبول وهي لعبة للشباب وحرام. بس أنا ببرهن كيف برد عليهم باللعبة نفسها، يعني أنا صاروا بالعكس اللي كان ينتقدني صار شوي شوي يشوفني في التلفزيون.
في البداية كان كتير صعب لنا، وكانوا حتى يمرقوا أولاد ويصيروا يضحكوا علينا إنه البنات بيلعبوا وبيعرفوش يلعبوا، وحتى الناس المجتمع نفسه ما كانش متقبل الفكرة إنه في بنات بيلعبوا فوتبول. إحنا بنعرف هذا الإشي لأنه إحنا كنا أول فريق في فلسطين بلش يلعب. شوت يلا طلع طالع.
As the sun went down in Ramallah, the girls got out on the pitch for an evening training session. Coach Nasser Dabor, who has worked with the Palestinian men's Olympic team, had just started coaching the women's team in the hopes of improving their ranking internationally.
خطة ستكون بعيدة المدى لتحسين مستوى وتطوير مستوى اللاعبات أجل المشاركات الخارجية سواء الأولمبية أو العالمية. دعني أقول هذا جانب مهم جدا أن يذهب الأب وابنه وابنته لحضور مباراة لكرة القدم مع المنتخب المصري. للفتاة أصبح الخوض مثل هاي المشاركة.
As one of the few Muslim girls on the team, and the only one who wears a hijab, Naveen has had to deal with more than most just to be here. And while the team has been accepted internationally, they continue to face criticism from some at home. Palestine is made up of 75% Muslims, with Christians and Jews forming the minority. Yet in a telling statistic, the women's national team only has 4 or 5 Muslims represented. So we hit the streets of Bethlehem to find out for ourselves what people think of women playing football in Palestine today. So what are your thoughts on women playing football in Palestine?
شعور شوية غريب أو صعب، يعني هي الشغلة أجتنا جديد يعني.
ممكن البنت برضه تمارس رياضة بنوع تاني أو بنوع آخر أو بحاجة يعني تليق بأنوثتها.
المشكلة المجتمع يعني بتطلعوا للمرة بنفس الكيف يعني بس أنا بحب
مبدئيا في البداية كخطوة أولى في الرياضة بتمنى إنها تلعب بشكل جيد. Very much. I'm sorry. Please.
That's okay. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Before the evening's match, we visited Naveen at her mother's house in Bethlehem. As a Muslim, Naveen personally dealt with reactionary views from the community when she first joined the team.
يوم كنت صغيرة كنت ألعب فوتبول هون حوالين الدار تحت. We put the stones and make it goal. 2 goals and play.
كان عندها هواية وهي صغيرة تلعب يعني فوتبول، وكانت يعني في الحارة مع أولاد عمها وهذا كانت تلعب فوتبول، يعني هوايتها وهي صغيرة في لعب الفوتبول.
هدول صورنا أول ما بلشنا كنا نلعب في جامعة بيت لحم، كان يجمع الفريق أكثر من بنات بمختلف المحافظات. This is my father. He died in 2007. وأقنع الكل إني أنا لازم أستمر في الشيء اللي بحبه ومشيت فيها. عائلات كتير في عنا بفلسطين منغلقة لحد الآن، في ناس بيمنعوا بناتهم يروحوا يكملوا دراستهم إذا بيبلغوا سن 15 سنة، بدها تقعد في الدار ويا تتجوز يا تضل قاعدة في الدار.
فئة يعني بتعارض لعب الفوتبول للنساء للبنات، في فئة كبيرة بس إحنا ما بنرد عليهم. كل إحنا عنهم متخلفين. هذه هي اعتقاداتهم، مش الدين اللي بيحكي هيك، هم منهم من داخلهم.
اليوم في عنا مباراة ضد الشباب، بلعب ضد الشباب لأنه خلوني ألعب بقوة أكبر. إن شاء الله راح نغلبهم.
Just a short time ago, Palestinian society wouldn't have allowed this to happen. A women's team playing a men's team in Bethlehem. I don't have to tell you who I'm rooting for.
هذا سؤال صعب بالنسبة لنتيجة مباراة اليوم. يعني 7-3 7-3.
They are much better than us in the skills and strength, but we try to give like passes more than having the ball for a long time.
In the first half, the men took an early 2-goal lead, and the ladies struggled to complete passes and create scoring opportunities. But in the second half, the girls settled down, started passing, and fought their way back. It was a joy to watch with some really good plays and goals from both sides. With just a few minutes left on the clock, the men were holding on to a 5-4 lead, and we wondered if the girls would fall just short having come this far. But in the final seconds, Marianne scored a beauty, and the game finished with a thrilling 5-5 draw.
الفوتبول بالنسبة لنا مش بس مجرد الرياضة إنه بدنا نلعب فوتبول وبس. Football has a message that we want to give to all the world.
I want to ask you all just one question. If you get married, will you continue playing football?
Yes. If I found the good man.
If he's so lucky.
If he supports me, yes.
Seeing how football is empowering women in Palestine and bringing people from different backgrounds together was amazing. To help this movement, Budweiser has committed to funding the GR Women's Football Academy in Bethlehem for the next year.